Hello, welcome back to the video, and we're going to be progressing on our coursework for R040, which is the decorative garden lantern. Now, in the last video, we looked at making all our four unique parts, which is where you should be up to now. If you've not watched that, go back and watch that video. And today we're going to be putting them all into an assembly. So what you're going to need to do is jump into your assembly. You might need to make one if you've not already got a tab at the bottom that says assembly. Click on it and you should be faced with this screen with an insert tab. If your insert tab isn't open, just click on the insert button there. And what you're going to do is you're going to drag in one base, just click it and drop it. Of the 230mm parts, the longer parts, you're going to just drag and drop four of these. For the 100mm bits, you're going to need to do 10 of them. Some of you might want to do 10, some of you might want to do a shortcut, but either way, we're going to drop 10 of them in to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And finally, the 60mm, the shortest part, we're just going to drop one of them in. What you're going to need to do now is take a screenshot of that saying, and you're going to write about how you've clicked insert, you've opened up your Part Studio, and you've dropped in the correct numbers. So that's one base, one 60mm part, 10 100mm parts, and four 230mm parts. And then click the tick. Okay, so what we're going to talk about for a little bit is mates, and mates a way in which you can position or stick together parts so that they move or affect each other relative to different components. Now, there's a few different ways we're going to do that. The first thing we're going to do, though, is because we're going to be moving bits around, we're going to right click on the most basic part, so our base, this part, and we're going to click fix. This means that ordinarily I'll be able to move it around. Once I right click on it and just jump up to fix and click fix, I'm no longer able to do that. It's solid, it's fixed in place. That's going to be my foundation. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called a fasten mate. And what a fasten mate does is it sticks two surfaces, lines, edges, or corners together so that they can no longer move in relation to each other. And that button is this button here. So it's called the fasten mate. It's the first of your mate constraints. And all you're going to do to start with is you're going to click on one of the outside corners of your base at the top section of your base. It might just take a minute to load for me. And what you're going to do then is you're going to click the outermost corner that you want joined to it on one of your 230mm parts. So I know that that corner, I need the outermost corner, the complementary corner, the corner I want to sit above this area on my base, which is this bit, and it might just take a little bit to load. But you're going to click on this corner, and as soon as you do, you should see that it's going to snap straight to it like that. If it snaps the wrong way or it's sitting outside outside the base or it looks like it's floating, all you've done is you've clicked on the wrong corner. Just make sure you've clicked on the corner of the 230mm part that you want to constrain and you want to fix there. And once I click, you're going to want to take a picture of that. So you're going to want to take a screenshot of this box here where it said fasten mate. You're going to want to grab the actual join itself, and you're going to want to put that as the next picture you put on your presentation. You might also want a picture of you fixing the base. That comes under the same criteria, so that might just go in before this one. But once you've done that and you've got the picture, you just click tick and you will see that this part no longer moves, whereas my other ones still do. And all you're going to do now is you're going to go around the outside and you're going to fasten each corner to its complementary corner on the base. And I'm having a little bit of trouble, I think, because my laptop's not loading very well. Right, there we go. There's two. You might want to take a picture of that. Maybe two instances of your fasten mate. You don't need every single one. Just so long as you've written up what you know a fasten mate does. It permanently fastens two vertexes or corners together. And then we're just going to go around and do the final one. If it doesn't work, you see I've got this circle that pops up when I'm just moving around the shape. You want that, ideally, you want that circle to be on a plane with the base, with the surface you want to join it. If you do it round the edge, it might try and flip the 230mm strut so it's sticking outside. That shouldn't happen very often, but I've seen it happen a few times. And once you've got all four of them, click the tick. This is where I want to be at this point. And this is where I'm going to start doing some giving you options as to how you want to do it. I'm going to give you a quick way and a slow way. So, first of all, I want one of these 100mm strips here, here, basically between the base, here and here of all my 230mm slots. And all I'm going to do is select four of them. Maybe it's best if I look at my front view so I can easily select four of them, and I need to rotate them 90 degrees. So I grab this handlebar, you'll see these arrows come up. This means I can move them either linearly, free move with the square, or with these handlebars I can rotate them. As I rotate them, you should see it snaps to 90. And I'll just click off that. You can take a picture and put a screenshot of that of you rotating these if you want. That's fine. And all I'm going to do now, I'm going to fasten mate one of these corners to one of these corners. So I'm going to grab my fasten mate. Now, if you just hover over the corner and then just move your cursor up a tiny bit, that's when you'll see that horizontal circle come up at the bottom there. What you don't want is that where it's sort of in line with a different plane. You want it sat along the bottom of your piece. I hope I've explained that well. And here the same, if you just hover over the node you want to fasten it to and move your cursor just a tiny way up, you'll see that circle appear there. If you click, you can take a screenshot of that and click the tick again, and I've got one of my 100mm slots in place. Now, you can either do that another 3 times, and just say you've done this 3 times in each of the individual spaces. You might want to rotate 2 of these so that they fit there and there on the right angle. But what I'm going to do, and this is a slightly advanced tool, I'm going to do something called a circular pattern tool. So what this means is I'm going to get my assembly circular pattern, which is this button here next to the mirror tool in the top toolbar. I'm going to click on instances. That's the part I want to circular pattern. I'm going to click on my part, my blue part there. My axis, I'm going to click inside this field and click on this circle here. And then it's going to ask me how many instances I want, how many of these parts I want in total. I could turn this up to 10. And you'll see I get 10 of them repeated around this circle in an equal pattern. I don't want 10, I want 4. And if I type 4 in, it should equally space them exactly where I want them to. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 circular pattern there. And if you do this, you do need to make sure you get a screenshot of this because it's quite an advanced tool just to put as your next step in your photo diary. Okay. I'm going to leave it there for today. In the next video, we're going to put the handle together and I'm going to show you a different type of mate called a planar mate. If you already know what that does, maybe you want to go at putting the remaining struts on yourself if you refer back to the diagram. If not, I'll be releasing the next video soon so you can have a look at that. And hopefully we'll all get to the same point and we'll all have a nice variety of screenshots showing the development of our lantern. Okay, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.